which would be Cameron Champ, and his scores against the walking score. Just to confirm that everything is accurate. There's Champ in the background. Triple check it. Great advice from your caddy. To the 18th, the final pairing. Dustin Johnson, Scotty Scheffler. Dustin Johnson first to play. Look at Birdie. He's 1 under on his round, but no player in history has had 4 54-hole leads in a major championship to start his major championship career and failed to win any of the 4. Into the PGA Championship, 5-year exemptions into the Masters, the US Open, the Open Championship, and the PGA Tour. Also on the Omega timepiece, a Champions Money Clip, and a number of Ryder Cup points won't be necessary because Collin Morikawa, with his brilliance at this point, will make the Ryder Cup team no problem. Currently number 12 in the world. Kiss with his girlfriend, who, when walking off the 18th, wouldn't go near him, said, "You're not allowed to hug me." But you can hug a PGA champion. In the last 10 years, the man who won the PGA Championship has gone on to become number 1 in the world in terms of official golf rankings 7 times. Collin Morikawa at 12 in the world, certainly destined to go in that direction as well. 3rd win on the PGA Tour. Came out of college, turned professional immediately, and just went to the top. At the 3rd for birdie. Look at some of his highlights from the day. Par the first 2 holes, but then he got it going. You will not see any bogey putts in this highlight reel because he didn't have any today. This for birdie at the next hole to get the 9 under. Got stuck in neutral there for a little bit. Made a bunch of pars. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, but the par 5, 10, the one everyone needs to birdie to keep pace with the field. Morikawa almost went 1 better, but made his birdie. Got him to 3 under on the day, 10 under for the championship at 14. 3rd shot, and what a shot! The outright lead broke out of a big logjam of players at 10 under par. Now the shot of the tournament, maybe the shot of the decade. Drivable par 4. What a golf shot indeed. That drive to give him a little bit of cushion. This eagle putt to give him a lot of cushion. And it would drop, not that he would need it, but a 2-shot lead going to 17. At 17, almost made a birdie. This for birdie at 18. He knows 2 putts will do the job. Gave himself a chance to make that birdie putt, but no chance to have any stress on the par putt. And Collin Morikawa is your 2020 PGA champion. knows that was close. That kind of day for Scotty Scheffler, who will finish with a 68. Not a bad score in the final round when you're playing in the final group. That final twosome with Dustin Johnson. You see a frustrating one birdie on the front. Paul Casey giving some congratulations. Casey currently sole second. That'll change if Dustin Johnson can make this putt. Dustin Johnson has finished runner-up in every major championship. Has won one. This for another runner-up finish. And Dustin Johnson has finished runner-up in 3 of the last 5 major championships, sharing that position with Paul Casey at 11 under par. Bittersweet day. One of the greatest shots in PGA Championship history makes Collin Morikawa the 102nd PGA Championship winner. Paul Casey, Dustin Johnson finishing runner-up. The Englishman Casey chasing long Jim Barnes. 101 years ago, Barnes was the last Englishman to win this championship. Jason Day, trying to win his second PGA Championship, came tantalizingly close. Bogey-free the first day, and this the final day. Justin Rose, the Englishman, also trying to win this championship, but it was Casey that got closer. Justin with a 3 under par 67. Nicely done for the man who's won not only a U.S. Open, but also an Olympic gold medal. 5 players at 10 under par, Xander Schauffele. Among those at 8 under par was John Rahm, the Spaniard, with a 4 under par 66 with a nice final round, as is Siwoo Kim, the Players Champion from years ago, having also a nice final round. Ben Hahn, one of the great highlights of the day with his hole-in-one at the 11th, shot a 6 under par 64, just like Morikawa, though his wasn't bogey-free. Alex Noren, nice finish for the Swede, and Adam Scott, the Masters winner, Aussie, 2 under par 68 today. Hideki Matsuyama with an even par round today, finishes in the top 25. Tommy Fleetwood inside the top 30, though a 3 over par round of 73 today moved him down the leaderboard. Victor Hovland in the other direction with a 66. Jason McIlroy also moving up the leaderboard, as was Tiger Woods, who shot his best round of the week, 3 under par 67. Abraham Answer will be a factor in many major championships in the future. The young Mexican golfer with a 1 under par 69 today finishes even par for the championship, which is where Aussie Cameron Smith finished after his even round round of 70. Mackenzie Hughes, shooting 72 today, finishes at 2 over after a 2 over par round. Many smiles for Collin Morikawa, not just for now, but in the future.
I mentioned she played a little bit professional.
Behind him is a statue of Sandy Tatum, who at the turn of this century,
Landon Dever used to
the turn of this century, Sandy Tatum, along with Charles Schwab, some prominent businessmen and golf lovers in San Francisco, resuscitated this course, TPC Harding Park, and created what is now one of the great municipal courses in the country. Site of this major championship, there's Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors point guard, one of the great basketball players of our time. interested in looking on, an ambassador for the PGA Junior League initiative, friend of the PGA of America and the game of golf. Watching another Bay Area player, Collin Morikawa, win this championship and head on out to the trophy presentation at 18.
Yeah, Willie's looking for this game.
The first major championship of 2020 went off without a hitch. It was exciting, it was compelling, fantastic golf, especially from that man who went to school 25 miles from here. Came out a phenom on the PGA Tour when he first started playing after turning professional just past graduation last year. Wins a PGA Tour tournament this year. Runner-up in another PGA tournament. Loses in a playoff, but then wins in a playoff in another PGA Tour tournament. Next thing to do, go on and win a major championship. And that's just what he did today. Bogey-free 64, one of the great final rounds of PGA Championship history, punctuated by one of the greatest shots in PGA Championship history. The 2020 PGA champion headed to the final green one more time, this time to claim the Wanamaker Trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to welcome the president of the PGA of America, Susie Whaley.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thanks, everybody. We just want to extend our gratitude for everyone who had a hand in putting on this championship alongside us in extraordinary times. For all of those of you in San Francisco who were unable to join us, thank you. Thank you for hosting us at TPC Harding Park. And it's now my pleasure on behalf of the 29,000 PGA professionals to present the Wanamaker Trophy to the man who beat the strongest field in golf and inspired us all, the 2020 PGA champion, Collin Morikawa.
Give it back to him, Seth. Collin, I'll send you over to the mic. It's a heavy one, and you're going to learn a lot more about how to handle that one. And I'm sure many more trophies in years to come. But when would you start dreaming about something like this to be a major champion in golf? And here you are, 23, and that's the case today.
It's amazing. It's been a life goal, obviously, as a little kid. Kind of watching everyone grow up, all these professionals, and this is what I've always wanted to do. I felt very comfortable from the start, you know, as an amateur junior golfer, turning professional last year. But to finally close it off and come out here in San Francisco, you know, pretty much my second home, where I spent the last 4 years. It's pretty special.
And you had experience here. We talked to your coach at Cal, and how much of a factor did that play into you having a week like this?
Yeah, you know, being able to see the course for about a dozen times, it helped, but it didn't, you know, you wish it helped a little more, but I still had to read the greens. I still had to come out here, be prepared to play. You know, I guess it helped enough.
We've got to hear about that tee shot at 16 because it reminded us so much of the one you had at Muirfield Village on Sunday at the 14th hole. Did you channel that at all before you hit it? Did you think about it?
I actually did.
You did?
You know, 14 at Muirfield is pretty special, and my caddy looked at me after I hit my shot on 16 tee, and he asked me about the same exact question. It just fit my eye. You know, we were just hoping for a really good bounce, and we got it, hit a really good putt, and now we're here.
Carefully grab this one more time
Yeah.
and take a look at this monitor as we show you the only bobble of the day, Collin. Congratulations! Collin Morikawa is the PGA champion.
And the first major champion of 2020. Collin Morikawa did it in a way champions do. On the weekend, shooting 129, 11 under on the weekend. Collin Morikawa with a two-shot win. That bogey-free round of 64 will go down in the annals of PGA Championship history as one of the great ways to close out a championship. Not only to do so for your first major championship win, but a major championship win in your adopted hometown, where you went to school. Paul Casey coming so close. Dustin Johnson with disappointment in his heart, but San Francisco stood tall, hosting this, the first major championship of 2020 in uncertain times, with certain talent and exquisite skill here at TPC Harding Park. This venue showed itself as a worthy major champion. The first time out, and its first time out saw a first-time winner. Dustin Johnson has won a major championship. Perhaps that was the last opportunity for Paul Casey. But Collin Morikawa, with fist pumps, with grit, determination, and one of the great shots in major championship history, became the 2020 PGA champion. Thanks for joining us in our coverage, and congratulations to Collin Morikawa.